On play action, Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Washington.
Haskins pass.
Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He's going to run, but he's got a long Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 34. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pick.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 39, Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it'll bring up 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And inches.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Now Haskins. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Good. Makes this Washington 17. Cowboys nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On second and 12, Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jackson on second down. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chase Young able to get him for a loss of about 3. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll fire this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
First and 10.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson on first down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Cowboys.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Second and 4. Elliott, toss right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
2 on the play. It's third down.
Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And down to the 20. Big yardage that time for Washington. 57 yards.
First down, Washington.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now, Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone. Zone for their offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A toss right to Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
At the Cowboys' 14-yard line.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the slant. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Jackson. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. La'el Collins of LSU is the guilty party. From the gun, Jackson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
8-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
By Tanner Muse.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Austin. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Haskins to throw.
Well, he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
13 yards there at a Washington first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
That'll bring up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Haskins back to the air. Flushed out right. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
They go play action now. Haskins. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down.
It's third down and 7 yards to go.
Now a run with Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. Second and 10.
Out of the gun, Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Kenny
calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And it's third down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. On the ground, Geis, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Flush to his right. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Good for a Cowboy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
1st and 10.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
That's the end.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is Geis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They run with Geis. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. You know what? I know it's 4th down, and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game. They've been making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Brian Kerrigan in on the tackle. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Cowboys. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division